what's going on, YouTubers? Let me see, which one is it again? Okay, there it is. Sorry. It's a Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from October 23rd, 2019. This is another edition of AEW Dark, where we change these results that took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or in honor of Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, it's Brittsburgh. So, there you go. But your commentators were good old JR Jim Ross, Excalibur, and Tony Schiavone. Let's get to the show here. So immediately, the show opened up with Private Party, which is Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn versus the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix. Continuing this AEW Tag Team Championship tournament. So this right from the jump, we're giving this starting this off already, and this was a very good match. If you see how this match was, you'll see how it was played out like in the video game. That's what type of match it was. Where it pertains to Private Party versus Lucha Brothers. But in the end, hopefully the Lucha Brothers will go over in this this tournament to go to the finals, because this was the semifinals. Sure enough, the Lucha Brothers did so when they go for the Zero Miedo and got the win. So your winners advancing to the finals of the AEW Tag Team Championship Tournament, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, Lucha Brothers. And there you go. Then we get to a video vignette of Warlow. Because we haven't heard about Warlow since the All Out event that took place from Chicago. And Warlow, they're showing a video package of him working out, getting ready to step into AEW whenever that's gonna happen. But yeah, in the gym training, working out and all that. Now he doesn't have a monster physique like what you see with like a John Cena, a Brian Cage. Who else could I put in there? A Pac, a Kenny Omega. But he still looks decent. He's still got a pretty good, decent physique. And I can't wait to see what Warlow's gonna do. Now this time they didn't show him with his women. That was from the last video they did. But hey, they give us a heads up about Warlord, and can't wait to see what he's all. Excuse me, can't wait to see what he's all about. Again, don't know much about him, but we'll see how how it plays out when he makes his debut. Then we get to another tournament of the AEW Tag Team Championship going on between Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian, SCU, versus the Dark Order, which is Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. Or I think it's Uno Evil, something like that. Now I'm getting all mixed up here. But yeah, but it's the Dark Order. Yeah, they're doing this entrance again with the Dark Order with the minions. I mean not the minions, the creepers, I meant to say. Don't care about the gimmick. I think the gimmick sucks. And I get it. They can't use the gimmicks they used to use in the indies, Super Smash Brothers. But in AEW, with this whole Dark Order thing, it's not getting over with me. But it doesn't mean they're bad wrestlers too. Because after seeing this performance, they're good wrestlers. I just don't care about the characters. I just don't care about the gimmicks of the Dark Order. But during the match here, it was during the commercial. It was after the commercial break. The match was still continue on. All of a sudden, the crowds were paying attention to what's going on in the crowd, and it was the arrival of the Inner Circle, which it was Chris Jericho, the AEW World Champion, with Sammy Guevara, I meant to say, excuse me. And you got Proud and Powerful, excuse me, of Santana and Ortiz coming out, and there was no Jake Hager. Jack Hager. There was no Jake Hager, excuse me. And the reason why is because he was preparing for his fight that he was for Bellator. I heard the results of it, and it was a no contest. I haven't seen the fight yet, but I'm gonna try to check it out to see how that fight was. But it was basically a draw from that fight. So which means Jake Hager is still in a way undefeated in MMA. But yeah, on this match, got distracted because of the Inner Circle. They were in the crowd. Why they were in the crowd? They were going up to the skybox to watch on the rest of the show because they got tickets. And the thing is about that was that they were not scheduled to be there, so they decided to buy tickets to go to the show, and that was why they were there. So yeah, the match in a way it kind of was disintegrated in a way, but it got back on its feet once they stopped with the whole interactions or distractions in the way of the inner circle. And by Jericho's suit looked pretty nice, by the way. And by the way, up in the skybox they were in, they was having themselves a little bit of the bubbly, you know. So yeah, so the match ends with SCU going over, which is the right move there. SCU goes over on the Dark Order, and basically on the way it was done, it was Scorpio Sky with a twisting, basically twisting Grayson to his right knee, and Frankie Kazarian hits him with the "See you later." Now I'm trying to remember how it looked with the "See you later" move that he did, but that was the finishing move they did, and so SCU goes over. So basically they're going for a storyline here where it pertains to the bill between Lucha Brothers and SCU. Now I should have foreseen this coming though, folks, because back in the debut of the AEW Dynamite on TNT, SCU was being interviewed. They got interrupted by the Lucha Brothers, and it was all about where it pertains to them being in the this tag team tournament to crown the first ever inaugural AEW World Tag Team Champions, which is going to happen on the next episode of AEW Dynamite on TNT. So basically that's what they're going for. They're going on with the storyline here of SCU and Lucha Brothers feuding throughout this entire tournament. Especially what happened with Christopher Daniels. That whole incident with Lucha Brothers beat up on Christopher Daniels and tried to take out Frankie Kazarian until Scorpio Sky came in, and Scorpio Sky took the place of Christopher Daniels, who couldn't continue. And by the way, they give us an update of Christopher Daniels. Now it's not a real injury, folks. It's a whole kayfabe injury type of way. But he's doing fine. Just in case anyone's wondering. Excuse me. But yeah, that was basically it for that one. So I still stand by my predictions. The Lucha Brothers will become the winners of the tournament to become the first ever AEW World Tag Team Champions. I still stand by that, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Next we get to Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela 2. And if you guys didn't know about what's going on with Kenny Omega has been announced as the AAA Mega Champion when he defeated Phoenix at the AAA event. Which pertains to Lucha, the world of Lucha Libre. So yeah. Congratulations, by the way, to Kenny Omega. It's in hands for him being a AAA, a AAA Mega Champions. Excuse me. But Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela, where in this match is part 2 of the match from AEW's Dark, and this match was a pretty good match, a very good wrestling match that involved no weapons whatsoever, and it's a good opportunity to see how Joey Janela can hang in the ring without using any weapons or while killing himself in the matches too, and this was it was pretty decent. Obviously, in the end, Kenny Omega gets the win. And but the one winged angel, and that was it for that. Then we get to Tony Schiavone in the ring, who's going to be interviewing Cody Rhodes. So basically, Cody Rhodes had an announcement to make, and that was a shot there where it pertains to WWE, because I remember when WWE was doing this whole thing with Daniel Bryan, he's got an announcement to make. It was basically this past summer that they were doing with Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan kept saying, "I got a major announcement to make. I got to make a major announcement to make and all that." And they never fulfilled that announcement of what that announcement was going to be. What pertains to Daniel Bryan, what pertains to his future in the WWE. So because how WWE is, how WWE is. WWE never follows up with their segments, and they've done it before in the past too. But this is one of the things you don't screw around with when it pertains to Daniel Bryan. Where it just leads to a point where you just don't care about what the announcement is going to be. So Cody Rhodes was teasing an announcement. All of a sudden, we have the inner circle blowing their air horns, And Chris Jericho's on the microphone saying boo, boo. And Cody Rhodes was like, it's nice that you bought your ticket and everything. And he says, but this is not like the other company, which means, by the way, another shot to WWE, by the way. This ain't like the other company where Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho came from, where there's an invisible wall between between these ropes and everything, right? And that's another thing too. You know how WWE had these wrestlers go after basically represents the heels, being beat up by their faces, and once the faces get their upper hands on the heels leaves the ring, and the faces just stay in the ring like there's an invisible force field or an invisible wall that's preventing them to go after them, even though they could just go right through the ropes and go after them, but instead they just let them just walk away, just like that, And that's the one thing I always fucking hate when WWE does that. Whenever a heel, it's not going his way or her way, when every time they leave the ring, to try to get away, knowing that the faces, doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman that's a face, always stays in the ring and always goes to the ropes like this, like there's an invisible force field in the way that it's preventing them to go after them. And same thing when it pertains to Seth Rollins, when it pertains to the whole Dean Ambrose debacle, when Dean Ambrose turned heel and everything, where the whole thing where he went to the ropes, but Dean Ambrose was in the crowd and everything, and then he leaves. Seth Rollins, he could just easily went up there and go after him, but instead he's acting like he couldn't get up there. Because apparently there was a force field or an invisible wall, behind the barricade or something, just for him to hop over. And that's the one thing I always fucking hate when WWE does that. So I'm glad that Cody Rhodes did that. Now, there were some fans complaining about that too, where fans are saying, oh, they should not be acknowledging WWE, they should not be taking shots at WWE and everything, because they should be focusing on themselves. And in a way, I do agree with them. I do agree with those type of fans that said that. I do agree with them in certain ways. But here's the thing. When Cody Rhodes does this, it's a problem. But basically, when Cody Rhodes takes shots at WWE, it's a problem. People all complain about it. They'll run to their mothers and like, oh, I'm not gonna watch AEW, or I hate AEW now, or whatever, and I hate Cody Rhodes and all that because Cody Rhodes is taking shots at WWE. Yeah, so it's fine. It's not cool when Cody Rhodes does that to WWE, but it's fine and funny, by the way, when Triple H talks about AEW being a pissant company back in the Hall of Fame. Remember that one when DX was being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and then Billy Gunn, who is a backstage producer, or whatever, for AEW, and basically it was a whole joke where Triple H is saying you cannot say Vince McMahon's name, where it pertains to thanking him, whatever, and just mention his name or whatever, because that was a real life incident where this guy got fired by Vince McMahon because he wrote in Bret Hart's speech that for Bret Hart to mention Vince McMahon's name, and that was a problem with backstage for that. And then this guy is like, you know what, you can't fire me, I quit, whatever, and he walks off. So in a way, Vince McMahon would have fired this guy, for making that mistake there, or in a way he maybe he meant to make a mistake because he got sick and tired of working for that company anyways, because he had to work with that old out to see now old man in Vince McMahon. But that's where the joke came from with Triple H, where Triple H is like, you can't say Vince McMahon's name in the speech, or else you'll be fired. And then that's what Billy Gunn said. Well, he can't fire me because I don't work for his company. And then that's what Triple H said. Triple H said to Billy Gunn, yeah, well, Vince McMahon is going to buy that pissant company and fire you again. And people laughed at that. People thought it was funny. Yeah, so it's okay when Triple H says that, but it's not, basically it's okay for Triple H to make fun and to poke and to take shots at AEW, but it's not cool. It's not funny, and it's not clever, and it's not okay for Cody Rhodes to take cheap shots, to take cheap shots at WWE, right? Hypocrites. All you are hypocrites for that. I'm talking about the ones that are complaining about that. Again, if you're going to complain about Cody Rhodes taking shots at WWE, then you need to do the same thing with Triple H taking shots at AEW back at the Hall of Fame. Instead of that was funny, ha 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 ha. Hypocrites. So I was okay. I was happy. I popped when Cody Rhodes said that. So I'm okay with Cody Rhodes taking shots at WWE. Even Chris Jericho took shots at WWE as well. But no one, and that's nothing. Chris Jericho took shots at WWE, what pertains to the whole "We the People" chant that they was doing for Jake Hager, and he said it was a dumb idea from bad creative. That's no way to take a shot at WWE. Chris Jericho did that. No one got mad about that. But when Cody Rhodes does that, everybody's doing a hissy fit. It's not funny. Double standards in a way too. But anyways, Cody Rhodes, he's going through the ropes and everything. He's going to go over the barricade, and Chris Jericho was like, it's basically told Pittsburgh to shut their mouths, that, and then he tells Chris Jericho, Cody, just stay in the ring and keep it safe because it's just one of you and four of us and everything. So Cody Rhodes wasn't going to do it, and then Jericho kept poking him and saying you entitled millennial bitch. And Cody Rhodes had enough so he said, hey, remember, it's four against one. And then Cody Rhodes was waiting for someone to come out. Oh, I mean, we were waiting for someone to come out, because we all know where this was going. Because we see this done in wrestling all the time. So Dustin Rhodes comes out. Dustin Rhodes comes out. He's in his gear. He's all ready to go. He's ready to fight. He said, "Oh, okay. You got your big brother, but it's still 2 against 4." And then all of a sudden we get MJF coming out, and then Chris Jericho said, you look stupid with that scarf. Like who wears a scarf? You, Chris Jericho, you wear a scarf. Jimmy Jacobs wears a scarf, and that's where Chris Jericho got the whole scarf thing because of Jimmy Havoc. I mean, not Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Jacobs, I meant to say. Jimmy Jacobs. And obviously because this man wanted Chris Jericho to wear a scarf. Because that was Jimmy Jacobs' thing. Basically back on when Chris Jericho was in WWE and Jimmy Jacobs. But yeah, it was funny that Jericho said, what kind of idiot wears a scarf? Or whatever, something like that. So that was hilarious. Oh, wait, this is how I said it. He said, "Who the hell wears a scarf?"
The real Michael Jackson.
Thank you. So yeah, he said, "Who the hell wears a scarf?" And that was the funny line that Chris Jericho said because Chris Jericho wears a scarf. So then Jericho says, "Well, either way, doesn't matter because there's 4 against 3," and all of a sudden, DDP's music hits, Diamond Dallas Page. And then all 4 of them they start going up to the barricade. I mean, over the barricade to go after Jericho. Basically the inner circle. And Jericho had the rest of the inner circle going to the back door, and they locked the door and everything. And they was mocking Cody and everything. And Cody tells MJF to hand him the scarf, and then he wraps the scarf over his hand, punches the fake glass by the way, and then all hell breaks loose. It was pandemonium, backstage brawl. Or student, and there was crowds around there, security's there. It was a pull apart, and Jericho was yelling. He said, "I got a ticket." It was fun. It was a fun segment there. That's something that we miss seeing in professional wrestling. I mean, you see Impact Wrestling do it very often. Ring of Honor they rarely do that. In WWE to a degree, when they feel like it. So, yeah, it was great. I enjoyed this, and that was basically it. So, it was good. It was a good segment, especially the whole thing with Cody Rhodes taking a shot at WWE, which I give it a stamp of approval. All right, then we get to the Young Bucks versus the Best Friends, and all of a sudden. The Young Bucks are doing their entrance in the ring, and Orange Cassidy comes out of nowhere, and he gives them a plague super kick to their ankles, and then the Young Bucks gives Orange Cassidy a super kick, and the crowd booed them. The crowd actually booed the Young Bucks. I'm not used the Young Bucks getting booed that much, but they did it here though. And then the match began. It was a decent match. The Young Bucks also doing the hug thing, like like the Best Friends does. Oh, by the way, the Best Friends, Chucky T, and Trent Barrera. So Orange Cassidy got involved in the match for a little bit. And then in the end, the Young Bucks gets the win with a more bank for your buck onto Trent Barrera, and the Young Bucks gets the win. So after the match, the Young Bucks they accept the challenge to face Santana and Ortiz, proud and powerful, at AEW Full Gear, which by the way, November 9th of 29, not November 8th. Cause I was trying to remember what date it was, but now I remember now. Well, actually, I just read there, so. All right, then we get a video vignette of Britt Baker, because Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but in a way, it's going to be welcome to Brittsburgh, because her name Britt. So Brittsburgh, rhymes with Pittsburgh. Brittsburgh rhymes with Pittsburgh. So, but basically, it was about her talking about her being at home and at a place where she studied to be a dentist and learned how to be a professional wrestler. And now everything has come full circle. And then we get to this match here between Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, versus Jamie Hayter. Now, I don't know much about Jamie Hayter, but as I see her, she was pretty good. And as far as Britt Baker, she was decent. But this ends up being a decent match. In the end, it was Britt Baker getting the win over Jamie Hayter with the lockjaw. Because you need a whole time winner. She got the home field advantage. By the way, she had a Pittsburgh Steelers mascot with her, for her entrance, which was good. And she was wearing that the towel too, by the way, where it pertains to her being home. So so it's good. It was pretty good. And also, like I said, the match was decent. And nothing else to say about that. So. Okay, now we get to backstage where we see Jamie Hayter is getting interviewed by Jen Decker. Basically represents her losing to Britt Baker. And all of a sudden, Brandy Rose, Brandy Rose comes out of nowhere, basically attacks Jamie Hayter from behind, beats her down. Jen is trying to figure out what's going on. Brandy, what are you doing? And then Brandy Rose stares at her, angrily doing this. I don't know what that means when she did that, but it's just AEW's way for me to care about Brandy Rose, and this is going to be her way, of her having a new persona, whatever character, whatever. I don't know what I saw. I couldn't care less about this, folks, because I don't care about Brandy Rose representing her being a wrestler. A character, maybe. A wrestler, not so much. So I don't know where they're going with this. With Brandy Rose acting like this, with her, being angry for attacking Jamie Hayter for who's trying to have an interview. Like seriously, I really don't know where they're going with this, but I got a bad feeling it's gonna lead to something where they're gonna try to overrate Brandy Rose, and it's not gonna go well with me. It's not gonna go with anyone that doesn't like Brandy Rose's wrestling either. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the wrestling, out of Brandy Rose, and she has neither skills of being a wrestler. But yeah, I don't know where they're going with this with Brandy Rose, but I don't care. But as long as it doesn't have anything to do with Brandy Rose winning matches, especially with she has Awesome Kong at ring in a corner or whatever. But I digress. But it was weird though. I don't know. It just came out it just came out just weird and odd and awkward. But whatever. So then we get to the main event. Jon Moxley versus Pac. So Jon Moxley comes out. Also, he gets nailed from the back by Pac with a steel chair, and that immediately yelled out, "Oh, you bastard!" And the crowds were chanting "bastard," and a few were chanting "asshole," but I heard a couple of crowds chanting "bastard, because Pac is the bastard. So he gets on beating on Moxley, Referees comes out to these main control. Moxley gets in the ring though, and the match begins because he wanted to have this match. And match is over. It ends up being a pretty good main event match. But it ended in a draw. And we rarely and barely see a match in draws. When it takes the time limit, because it was a tournament time limit match. So we barely don't see that that often in professional wrestling, and I'm glad they bring this back because WWE doesn't want to do that type of shit anymore. In fact, I can't remember the last time they ever did one. Where it pertains to Vince McMahon, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. But I digress. But yeah, so Moxley was upset. He was pissed off, and the referee was Paul Turner. Yeah, Paul Turner. Paul Turner was the referee. He's basically saying it's a draw and everything, and then Moxley was getting pissed off and everything, and then he goes after Paul Turner, gives him the paradigm shift, basically the double arm DDT, and he kept saying, time limit my ass, ass went off, basically the show went off the air, and that was it. And then basically what happened after the show, because I don't know if you have seen it, but it's on the channel, by the way, on All Elite Wrestling. There was supposed to be more to this. But before I get to that, basically, when we get back to John Moxley attacking Paul Turner, I think for some reason John Moxley just hates Paul Turner, because this is the first time he attacked Paul Turner. If you remember, when John Moxley made his debut back at Double or Nothing, we attacked Chris Jericho, and then he attacked Paul Turner, and then hold him with Kenny Omega. And then here we go again with John Moxley once again going at beating up on Paul Turner, who was just doing his job, So I guess he must have some kind of hatred over Paul Turner for whatever reason. But now we move on to what happened after the show. So after the show, Pac got back up. He attacks John Moxley. He's going to basically break his neck with a steel chair and everything. Kenny Omega comes out to save him because he wants Moxley at his best. So and then Pac tries to get back into the ring to attack them both, but both of them are aware of the surroundings. They took out Pac, and then Pac was going to leave. Basically he's on stage and everything while Moxley and Omega was doing the ring, staring at each other and everything. Like I don't know what's going on with that one, by the way. I mean, I get they're supposed to be opponents and everything, and they're supposed to be hating each other and everything. But they're just standing there, staring at each other, like they get ready to the hug or something. I don't know. It was weird. But Pac is getting ready to leave. Also, he gets confronted back behind by Hangman Adam Page, who gives him a beating, and then Pac gets out by going to the crowd, and that was it. That was basically the end of that one though. So, and there you go. That was AEW Dynamite for this All Elite Wrestling review. Now, what I should have done before is how many matches that happened, but I'm gonna still do it anyways. Talking about wrestling. Six matches for AEW Dynamite, the show from October 23rd, 2019. And my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go with 7.5 out of 10. And that being said, thank you all for watching for It's the Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your All Elite Wrestling review, where it pertains to AEW Dynamite on TNT from October 23rd, 2019. Until next time, where it pertains to the All Elite Wrestling review, folks, you all take care.